G'day, I'm Anthony Raker from the Banner Brothers fishing team. Today we're going to be showing you guys exactly how we rig a game fishing skirted lure. Today we're going to be rigging a twin hook rig, which is one of the most commonly used game fishing rigs used today. So basically today we've got a Pakula Lumo sprocket, which is a very common game fishing lure that a lot of guys use. A great lure for catching striped marlin and black marlin off the New South Wales coast. We've rigged it with 250 pound mono leader, which is 3 meters long. Most of the fish we catch here are under 3 meters, so that's just about perfect. That way it won't wear through the main line. We got our 2 hooks, which in this case are Dojo size 25s. We've got a small piece of 250 pound 49 string cable, our heat shrink, 2 copper figure 8 crimps, and then our shackle. So to start off, the first thing we do is we get our copper crimp, feed the 49 string cable through the back, and make a loop. Like so. Pull it tight. Leave about maybe a centimetre, just under a centimetre. Then we clamp down on the crimp. Like so. Now, with a twin hook rig, it's really important that you offset the hooks approximately 60 degrees. So the way we do that, first of all, we grab our heat shrink and we feed it down the 49 string cable, which we'll set later. Okay. Then we grab our copper 8 crimp, feed it on the 49 string cable, grab our hook, feed it back through the crimp. Now before we set off the crimp, there's 2 things we need to do. The first thing is we need to set the length. Game fishing regulations means the hook must be in part inside the game fishing lure. There's our shackle. That's where it's going to be connected. There's our hook. So we can probably make it a little bit longer than that. But we'll extend it to about there. So there we have it. The hook is within the end of the skirt, but that's okay, the eye of the hook there. We've got the shackle position where it would be in normal circumstance. That's where we're going to connect our 49 string cable, so that is a legal ready to go rig. So we know the length of it now. The second thing we need to do is check our 60 degree offset. So we want this loop to be 60 degrees offset to that loop. So we just straighten it up and ensure that when the hook is positioned it's about 60 degrees, just twisting it slightly, and that's about it there. Then we get our crimpers and pull down tight. Now we can slide up our heat shrink. Now when we slide up the heat shrink, we want it to be pushed up nice and high against the hook. So push it up as hard as we can so it's sitting against the eye of the hook like so. Get our lighter, then we melt it, which shrinks it into the actual rig. So it'll end up nice and snug over the crimp. Now we can do our other one. Leave enough for the shackle, the bolt of the shackle to go through. That's ready to go. The next thing we're going to do, so the hook doesn't fold back on itself like that, we get the more heat shrink and we feed it over the eye of the hook, down like so. We want the heat shrink to cover half the eye of the hook, and we burn it into position or melt it in position. like so. Now the length of this heat shrink should just be up near where the hook bends, that way it won't slide up. Now it won't fold back on itself, as you can see there. Okay, that way it won't get tangled when you're towing it along. So then we get another small piece of heat shrink, slide it over our 49 string cable, we get our second hook, feed it through the heat shrink, double check that our 60 degrees is fine, which as you can see there, and now we get our shackle, connect it to the loop we've made on our rig previously on the lure. We feed the shackle, the bolt of the shackle through both the eye of the hook and the 49 string cable loop we made earlier. It's very important to keep the bit that sticks out on the shackle on the upside of the hook so it doesn't impede the hook if a fish were to grab it. Then we just tighten up the shackle like I'm doing now with my pliers, or my crimpers in this instance. You can use either or. Nice and tight, like so, and that is ready to go. Okay. Double check the length. Now that it's set, we can see that the hook is still within, the hook eye is still within the length of the skirt, and that lure is ready to go and catch a marlin.